Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's do some makeup on this beautiful Labor Day. Today I'm going to start off with my Wet n Wild Cooling Hydra Deep Puffer. I kind of switch back and forth between this one and this Deep Puffer and another brand that I have. Because I do like them both. Alright. I have like this little bump under my eye. I don't know what that's from, but I'm going to try to cover that up with some concealer. I have this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's in the shade... Where's the shade on this? Oh, it's in medium peach, I think that says. I'm just going to put a teeny tiny bit there. And then I'm going to use a beauty blender just to blend that in. And what is everyone's plans today? We are going to have a fish fry at my sister's house today, so. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of skincare today, which I don't normally do. I usually do that beforehand, but this is the Vita Duo Day Cream. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on my skin. It has some sort of scent. It almost smells like citrusy in a way, I guess. It does smell good though. But I know I put some SPF moisture on yesterday because I had said that it's going to be in the sun a lot, which I was, and I still ended up getting a little bit burnt, but more on like my chest area and my arms than my face. But I still want to get nice and moisturized because I still did get a little bit burnt yesterday. I'm just gonna let this dry for a minute with my fan. Alright, so now I'm going to do my eyes. I'm just going to use my little mini e.l.f. palette here. Just do something like simple and neutral today. So I'm going to start off with the lightest color here, which I don't think these ones have shade names, but I'm going to start off with that one. And this I'm just going to put, you know, as the base color, kind of like on most of my lid. I'm not doing any primer today. There's a lot of days that you may not see me using primer. I just don't care to use it. I don't know. My makeup stays pretty good throughout the day. I mean, yeah, it could be better if I use primer. I shouldn't say that, but I just miss it a lot of days. I meant to do my eyebrows today. They need to be plucked really bad. But I guess I'll have to do that tonight. And my daughter starts 3rd grade tomorrow, so we are looking forward to that. Getting the house all ready to go for tomorrow. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. I'm just going to kind of go along with each shade. Although it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me, but this one looks darker than this one. I kind of thought these were in order from lightest to darkest, but I feel like this one is darker than this one. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to just start with this shade. And that one I'm just going to mainly put in my crease area. Alright, so that's how that looks. We'll do the other eye now. I did the wrong color. I I said I was going to use the one. Okay, that's okay. It's been a long morning / early afternoon for me. I said I was going to do this one, but I still ended up doing this one. It's okay. It doesn't matter. All right. Let me go ahead and just add this one in now. Not too much. All right. Now to my outer corners, I'm going to do the darkest shade. And I'm just going to try to do kind of light circles. I should say my outer corners, but working my way in as well. I don't know, I said I didn't want to do anything fancy, but maybe I will add a little shimmer in the inner corner when I'm done here. I always say I don't want to do something fancy, but then I always end up wanting to do something. Like I was just going to keep it like matte today, but I don't know, I'm going to look at it when it's all done and decide. I think that looks okay. You know what? I'm going to keep it matte. I'm going to keep it like that. I actually like that. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so eyes are done. Face is feeling a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to add some primer now. I am going to use my e.l.f. Power Grip primer with the 4% niacinamide. Alright, and we will just blend that in with our hands. Use my towel here to wipe my hands off. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. Alright, that is pretty much dried. So now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow shade 4 medium. And let me again be careful today because I definitely got this on my clothes the other day. And let me tell you, it does not come out, at least not easily, once you get it on there. Alright, let me get my blending brush to blend this in. I'm gonna need a new brush holder because this thing is packed to the max. So I did this one myself. I'm gonna need to do another one because that one cannot fit anything else. Alright, so we got that blended. And I got eyeshadow on my eyelashes there, so it's looking a little weird. I'm gonna, again, just let that dry just for a second. Okay, so now I am gonna use my another e.l.f. Halo Glow. This one is shade 6 Tan, and I'm not gonna use a lot. Here, 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 here. That's it. And I'm basically gonna be using this as my bronzer. So let me get a brush to blend that in. I also need a new blending brush for my bronzers because I use this contouring one and I don't know, I just need something different. You see, even these dots that I just put in here, these small dots might end up being too dark. But hopefully I can just fix that somehow. Alright. Probably end up looking a little darker than the rest of my body today, but that's alright. Okay. So before I do anything else, I'm going to try to get rid of a little bit of the shine. Not much, I like the glow. I'm going to use my Catrice Cosmetics Magic Shine Eraser. I really like this, but I've been having like a hard time figuring out like exactly what type of, do I use a brush to apply this? Do I use a sponge like I'm going to try now? I don't know. Because I don't know how to describe it, but if you guys have tried this stuff, it's kind of tricky to get on. I mean, I guess the sponge so far seems to be working pretty good, so that's a good thing. Alright. I just don't want, I do like glow and, you know, shine, but not too much of it. That's why I'm doing this. And so I pretty much do it to apply this to my T-zone. Everything else I'm fine with leaving nice and glowy. Alright, so that is good. Alright, I'm going to do my brows. I'm just going to use my Morphe brow gel here. Which, I'm going to be honest, I just don't... I'm going to continue using it because I'm not going to let it go to waste. But I've had brow gels that have just worked better for me. So once I finish this, I don't think I'll buy this one again. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the spoolie or what it is, but it doesn't get a lot of product out, in my opinion. And, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. But that's all I do with my brows there. So now I'm going to get some blush and let me see what I'm going to use today. I think I'm going to, it's been a little while since I used this L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Blush. This one is in the shade Legendary Berry. It's been a while since I used this. I'm going to use it today. And if I remember correctly, it is very pigmented, so I will try to go light on. But I can be very heavy-handed when it comes to my blush. That is pretty good. I am, however, just going to blend that in a little bit with my fingers. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to use, just to brighten my under eyes a little bit, my one size setting powder. It's the ultra pink one. So just to brighten my under eyes a little bit, and I feel it also helps. I feel like it also helps tone down the blush a little bit when you get a little bit too much on there. Let me get my. Okay, I like to use these little e.l.f. makeup sponges to apply this kind of stuff. And I'm just blending it out of my hand before I go in on my under eye. Alright, and do the other side. So like I said, not only does it help brighten the under eyes, but it also helps with toning down blush a little bit. That's pretty good. Now, I do have a little bit of excess there that I'm going to blend out with a brush. There we go. Okay. So that's how we're looking so far. Okay, I'm trying to use things today that I haven't used in a while. So today I got the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. It is in the shade Molten Gold. So I'm going to use this. And I always just use my finger to apply my highlighter, because I just feel like for me it's just easier to control, I guess, this way. And I'm going to put just the smallest amount on my cheeks. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some setting spray. Today I'm going to use the Moira Oil Control Setting Spray. I'll let that dry for just a second. Alright, and then for my lip combo today, I'm going to use the Glamlite Glazed Donut combo. Here is the lip liner it comes with. I'm going to just like do some on my finger first. Okay. Alright, and here is with the lip liner. I usually like to, I don't like how bold the liner looks right now. I guess that's a little bit better. Okay, now let me add, here's the gloss. That was upside down. Wow, okay. I love how this smells. It really does smell like a glazed donut. That helps to soften it a little bit, but let me just soften it up just a tiny bit on my own as well. Okay, I'm gonna try to, I don't care for how like bold the liner is in this, so I'm gonna try to maybe fill in my lips. Actually, what I'm gonna try to do is blend out my fingers just a little bit. I just don't like the boldness of it. Maybe for some people they might like the look, but for me I just don't care for it. A little bit more. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, if anybody has like better ways of doing that, please let me know. Anyways, here is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of get ready with me videos, some skincare videos, but I do really enjoy doing it and really enjoy sharing it with you guys. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And have a good Monday, good week, and happy Labor Day.